Let me wrap up my 4-part series on the cars I drive. Here's my 1994 Chevy Caprice station wagon. Now, a lot of people make fun of me for driving around in a wagon, but I tell you why I bought this car. I wanted a Caprice. Before this car I had a 1993 Pontiac Grand Prix, and everything was so small and hard to work on that the replacement I wanted for it, I wanted it to be big and easy to work on, and Caprices are exactly that. Parts are cheap and all that good stuff. This car came around. It had 31,000 miles on it about 3 or 4 years ago, and I just couldn't pass up the deal. And I was looking for an LT1 Caprice. There are 2 engines that come in modern Caprices, a little 4.3 V8 and a 5.7 Corvette derived LT1, and that's exactly what this car has. Underneath the hood here is the engine, and I haven't done much to it, to be honest with you. Usually they have what they call home base, which is an air dampener right on top of the engine. I've replaced that with a hockey puck, and that plugs a hole to the intake. Wow, it's nice and dirty. And I haven't done too much else in here. I have replaced the OptiSpark, and that is like a distributor and a crank sensor all in one. And it lives behind the water pump, so to change it you have to pull the water pump, the air pump, and the harmonic balancer to actually get to that, and that was a pain in the butt. But other than that, you can see there's lots of space. Changing the spark plugs and wires was actually quite easy on this car. You take out of the intake, you can actually stand right in the engine compartment besides the sway bar that's there. Now this car is an Impala SS color. It's actually a dark cherry metallic. Impalas came in black, an olive gray, and a dark cherry metallic. So one of the first upgrades I had ever done is get an Impala SS grille, and you could buy it right from GM in the correct color. Now Impala SS wheels are nice. They're 17-inch and 8.5 inches wide. This is obviously not an SS wheel. This car originally came with hubcaps, and hubcaps are lame. So what I did with these, it's an eBay special, I guess, if you will. I took the steel wheel, cleaned it up, a little bit of polish, and these are of course dirty. These are GMC truck caps off some sort of truck. I got them on eBay for 20 bucks. Ditto with the lug nuts. They actually came from Hawaii, 20 for 20 bucks. So I've got chrome covers, lug nuts, and then the trim rings were most expensive. They were 10 bucks a piece, so that was 40 bucks for those. Pretty much the only special work I had to do was actually had to tap and drill, or drill and tap the holes to bolt these center caps on. And the GMC for the most part so faded that I just never covered it up with a sticker. The interior of the car is very basic. It's a very low option car. So on the door here I've got manual windows. I do have power locks on it. A lot of vinyl, not a lot of fur on this car here. For wagons you traditionally have a rear wipe and wash, and this is where you would actually open up the rear window, and typical headlights here. It's a 94, so it has a digital cluster with a pretend oil gauge. It's just yes or no. It's not, doesn't actually tell you the actual oil pressure. Fuel and odometer, all that good stuff. And if I push the button, it won't come on. But this car right now has 48,000 miles on it. Traditional, I think all cars came standard with AC, and it has just a regular tape player cassette for the radio. I've got the ash cigarette lighter out because I usually use it with my computer here, and it doesn't have a very good battery. I mentioned it is an Impala SS color, and I usually pick up neat cars like this. It also has an Impala SS color interior, so Impala's had leather, this one doesn't, but it is the right color anyway. But to show you how low option, usually these are carpeted, but in this case these side panels are actually just plastic. And of course it's always got that neat station wagon door where it can either open up and down like this, so you can use it just like a pickup truck, or you can close it and open it the other way like that, and it's very convenient if you're carrying passengers. In the back part of the wagon there are a variety of storage containers. You can put stuff here. This is a lockable storage area. It's actually where I keep my jack. In fact, the only way to get to it is actually, you can't have it unlocked. It's got to remain locked. The next storage area is right here. This can be locked or unlocked. It's essentially the trunk, and it lives right there as a footwell to where the third row passengers would sit. And of course this whole compartment, if I trick the lever, can pop up, and so you can actually get a third row seat right there, and you can see the seat belts and stuff that are in there. I traditionally keep it down just because I prefer the cargo area. And the compartment over here, you pull that panel off and there's a full-size spare hanging inside there. In fact, you can even see it from the outside. They had to make provisions right here for the where that wheel sits. Another great thing about this wagon is the ability to actually carry an 8x4 piece of sheetrock or plywood and have the tailgate up. You do have to move the front seats forward though. You can't have, I've got them all the way back because I'm kind of tall, but you can actually carry a full sheet in here and have the tailgate closed, and I have the rear seats down. It's just a lever and it just clicks right back up and you're ready to have passengers again. I'm pretty much sure anyone who's ever ridden in a taxi cab has probably seen one of these. So that's my daily driver, a 1994 Chevy Caprice. That LT1 V8 was worth it. It really moves this 4,500 pound car around really nicely. If you have any questions or comments, you can ask in the video or check out its website. The link should be on the right.